Hey, thanks for stopping by for the No BS social media chat. I've seen this come up even in the current political climate, so it's something worth talking about because it could happen to you. Over the course of the last couple of years, I've talked about the need to have people on your team helping you out at times. Because let's be honest, social media can become a full-time job, and sometimes I think one of the first complaints people have is they seem to get bogged down with social media because they feel the need to be omnipresent. They feel the need to never stop communicating, to never stop giving and taking, and it just, you don't get to accomplish a lot outside of it. And so we've talked about in the past about having people in your career, whether it's assistants, whether it's interns, whether it's family members, whether it's fans, whatever it is, people you can trust, be a part of your social media team. Or if you're lucky and you got the budget, you can hire a professional. When you're at that point, give me a call. But I think the one thing we've got to watch out for is when you do hand off your social media to an intern, to an assistant, you sometimes get what you pay for. I saw recently that, and I don't pay that close of attention to the political debate, if you will, because it just gets mind-numbingly tired to me, but we've seen social media become more important to the political process the last few years. But Donald Trump has retweeted things and then deleted the tweets later and blamed his interns, blamed his assistants for being the ones to post those things. Now, whether it's true or not doesn't matter. The plain fact of the matter is, anytime you see a big corporate brand make a major faux pas, make something tasteless, post something incorrect. The Republicans even tweeted ahead of the second debate, or was it the first debate? It was the vice presidential debate. They tweeted ahead of the vice presidential debate that they'd already won the debate before the debate started. They blamed it on an intern. Well, I think there are some realities. How much are you paying an intern? Nothing. So the data you're giving, the data you're dealing with, the people you're dealing with, are only as good as what you pay for. I'm very proud of the fact that over the course of the last decade that I've been working in social media, that I've been doing social media on behalf of many media people, many music people, people for small businesses, for charities, for small businesses. I haven't posted anything on their behalf that we regretted posting later. That was a mistake. There may be some things we say, hey, let's not post that again, let's try something different, I don't like the way that went, but it's not something that was a major mistake that we had to then apologize for later on down the road. And I think that's an important facet, and I'm very proud of that. Now, that's not to say it's not going to happen, because it possibly can, just with the amount of online activity I personally create. But I think it's important to know that anytime you hand off your social media to someone else, there's always a possibility of a mistake. There's always a possibility of them hurting your personal brand or your business brand or whatever it is, and you've got to worry about those things. So while I still recommend bringing people on board, I still recommend not trying to do it all yourself. At the same time, you got to watch who you hire. You got to vet them out thoroughly, and you got to make sure that they are caring about your career as much as you are. One of the things I'm very proud of when I go back to my early radio career is they always told me, even though I was just a part-time person, even though I was just a person on the lower rung, I put my heart, my soul into it, and really treated, at the time, the radio station brand or whatever project I was working on like my life depended on it. And I heard that phrase so many times, you handle this like your life depended on it. And I always believed that, while my life didn't depend on it, my career sure might have, and I didn't ever want to be a part of a mistake that would cost me a job. It wasn't worth that. Now, sometimes, yes, you got to take risks, you got to make mistakes, but I think if you're going to make mistakes, if you're going to take risks, you've got to be the one making those mistakes. You've got to be the one taking those chances and not leaving it to an intern or an assistant to be the one to cause the problem. I'm amazed constantly that the politicians, leave it to assistants, leave it to staffers, leave it to people on the campaign. Now, I realize, at the end of the day, does a person running for president really need to spend their time and focus on social media? I'm excited by the fact is that they do want to engage in social media, but at the same time, I don't think it should be their main focus. There are much more important things in the world that we need to be thinking about and worrying about. So think about that. While it's a good thing to have help, you're getting what you're paying for sometime. So always make sure you've got an editor, you've got someone looking over it, whether it's you or whatever it is. Try to find a way to balance all of that, and you might save yourself some risk, some problem, some heartache down the road. Back next week with another No BS social media chat. NoBSSocial.com is the website, of course. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook. We post them a couple places there. Again, wherever you found us this week, I ask you to come back again next week. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can hit the RSS feed button on our main page on the No BS social page, so you can always come back to another No BS social media chat. If you want to get a hold of me, you need some professional help, my email, my phone number, all coming up here at the end of the video. Thanks so much. Talk to you next week.